Hey, I'm Judeland Antony. I'm 35 years old. I've been in Australia since 1998. I've just been an individual of trying to accept myself and achieving goals and being inspiration and live my life and also be an inspiration for other people to be in disability of doing everything you can do. What happened to me, why I'm in a wheelchair, is just I had to go back to my childhood back in 1996. When I was in Sri Lanka, we still had it's an ethnic war back in Sri Lanka. So I got caught up in a crossfire, and then suddenly there was a bomb, and the bomb that was traveling over me exploded, hitting the tree, and it's exploded into many pieces. And one of those bomb shell pieces went through my back and came out of the side. And on that moment, it was I was paralyzed. So I was T12, but initially I was not even able to move my neck. So when I was back in the hospital, I still remember my parents used to come and say that doctor said that I will not be able to function at all. Things have changed, glory has happened. Luckily, I came to Australia, seen a much more accepting community. Positive is one thing that I always carry forward. I wouldn't say I'm the happiest person. I wouldn't say I'm the saddest or have the most difficult situation. I wouldn't say that I have the best life, and I wouldn't say I have the worst life either. So I look at situations like, yes, there's negative, but how do you change that into positive? So even my families and stuff, I tell them they sees me as a positive person. I get up, I will have thousands problems to get out of the bed. I will have more thousands problem in the washroom. I will have thousands problem getting up, getting into the car. But I only look about, okay, after I go past those thousands problems, I will have a beautiful couple of hours of freedom. It's how you accept it. Like most of the time when you accept, yes, that's it, move on. So I didn't get that initially, but it took me some time. But when I do come across that particular mindset, it becomes easier for me to achieve my goals and kick out all those negative part and look at the life more positive ways. Disability struggles are real, and people in wheelchairs already knows what we are going through. So the last thing what I always tell the people is that we definitely don't need your sympathy, but don't ever lose your empathy. So for example, yes, we don't want you to come here and feel sorry, oh my God, you are in a wheelchair. At the same time, don't ignore the fact that you are in a wheelchair. So that's a simple, it's a hard line, but it's very easy for people to do the worst of both sides. What I find is that my majority of the community is good, but there are people, more than enough people to hurt and misuse the system, such as using the wheelchair parkings or misusing the disabled bathrooms or inappropriately using a lift. So things like that, sometimes people need to have an awareness. There's a purpose behind why those technical and those spacious wheelchair parkings and massive bathrooms are there. Its purpose behind is because people can't use the day-to-day daily bathrooms and parking spots. So people need to have a bit more common sense. My day-to-day can have a real challenging day. So I need to make sure that I have things I can go back to, which will bring me out straight away as a refreshed person. So mainly that I found myself as a different, and I have this much of a ability gym. So that's my go-to place always when I'm really down and I want to go take a video of me, put on Instagram. People sees me, people say, thanks for putting that video up. You made me go to gym today. Or thank you for doing that. You made me stay in gym for 2 hours. You are my inspiration. Things like, because initially I did it for myself, and I've seen people are especially following me, and they see on their downtime my videos, and that inspires them a lot. So I wanted to make sure that if some people, even one person is taking positive things out of it, why should I stop doing that? Professionally, I do wheelchair football, play for Victoria for national, and what makes me a very, very happy person is coffee at any time. So I'm just if I'm really, really sad from young age, when my mom says tea time, that gives me this butterfly feeling. I don't know, just that tea or that coffee, that feeling of there's nothing. It's going to finish in half an hour or 20 minutes, how long it takes me to drink it. But that feel of that sound of coffee, the morning that my brain will not function until I have a sip of Uber Eats, Macca's or something like that. So coffee is always very simple, but very easy to satisfy me with the one almond milk cappuccino with honey. Very picky on that.